Alright guys, today is another shitty day in the Northeast. We're supposed to get between 6 to 10 inches of snow. So I figured I'd do something today, kind of, what the hell. Instead of staying home, doing nothing, I have these 3 chips. I love Cool Runner. It's always been one of my favorites. Rev C. This is absolutely fantastic. Also, another one that I do kind of like on the Slims is Ace V3. Also a very good chip. But here's another chip that I really never worked with. So I don't know how this chip performs. I mean, I heard good things about it. Sort of, good things about it, but I never really, like I said, I don't know how it performs. This is my first installation of a matrix. I did install a lot of Ace 3s and a lot of Rev Cs, Rev Ds. So this is really new to me. So the points that we're going to be working with, it's going to be VCC, obviously, the ground, A, B, C, and F. Alright, so I'm going to put down, according to the list that I'm going to do, what do you call, 1.2 RGH. Alright, so they recommend to solder. There's a little section that says slim and fat. They do recommend to solder the one that says on the fat side the 2 points. So if it doesn't work with these 2 points, maybe try to do both of them. Don't stay away from this point. Don't solder that. So you're going to go A, it'll be your RST point, okay? B, it will be your post out point. C, I believe, is a CLK point, and F, it's a PLL point. All right, as we go through, we're going to demonstrate them as I solder them. So I already read my NAND, so don't make this video crazy long. I hate to waste a lot of time. So my NAND was good. It's Jasper, 16 megabyte. It's an Elite. I read no bad blocks, so we're all good to go. So let's try this matrix and see how it works. Let's see if I can get it to boot up. That'll be on my second video in the computer. For now, we're going to be just installing the wires. Alright, so oh, I did put some sticky pad in the back. They don't come with a sticky pad, so you have to kind of get double tape and stick it in the back, and I guess peel it off and put it in where usually the Cool Runner goes. So usually that's pretty much right there. Let's let it stay. Alright, I read something about it that the wires really makes a difference. We're going to try. I have some blue wires left over from previous mods that I did, so let's try all of these wires. If not, then I'll try some other wires. Well, the first point that we're going to do is obviously it's going to be power, which is, it's right next to your NAND hookup. It's right there. And I don't believe this is long enough. Maybe it is. Alright, so always pretend your points, pretend your wire, so we get a nice connection to the boards. Alright, so VCC. Alright, so VCC goes there and goes alright, you gotta, I'll get a pair of tweezers so you guys can see what I soldered. It's next to your green NAND wire. Alright, that's your that is your VCC. Now for the ground wire, which is obviously is GND, ground. I could we'll make it a welding soldering spot right there. So alright, so that's your ground wire, guys. Alright. Okay, now all the rest, how many points do we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4. All the rest is all in the back of the board. So let's do the board. Turn the board around. All right. Okay. Actually, it's backwards. You always want to face it with the opening towards you with this point. It's easier to monitor it. Okay, so here's what happens. If you do it the other way, you can get confused hooking up the wires. Alright, so we're gonna run a wire my blue wire. I'm gonna run it through this hole right here. So first we're gonna solder it. Let's see, you gotta cut back this a little bit. It's too big. So cut back a little bit off. Get a little solder in the tip. Alright, it goes to this point. FT6U1. That's where letter B. This is actually a pretty, you gotta be very careful at this point. Alright, there you go. Came out good. So we're gonna run it across. Run it in this hole. You don't want to pull too hard because you could damage the board. So just pull it enough to be snugged in. Later on we'll come back and put some hot glue. Just like that's good enough. Alright, so now you're going to turn the board around. We're going to come across this way and this way. The letter A. So we're going to cut it here. Going to cut it here. I'm going to do a little pretending first. Alright, so what do we say? Letter A. FT6-1, letter A. No, I'm sorry. That's letter B. I'm sorry. This is letter B. It's your post out. This is letter B. So what you got to do is come across, tuck it in this way, and voila. That's what's going to stay after we glue it. It's going to stay that way. Okay? Now, next one. Let's flip the border around again. Remember, guys, this is letter B, not letter A. FT6U1. It's letter B. Post out. Okay. The next one. Next one will be letter we'll do letter F, because it will be at this point right here. Also critical, very critical. Alright, it's this point right here, very critical to see. Let me zoom up a little bit so you guys could Alright, this point right there, guys, right there. So I'm going to cut this back a little bit. Problem is this wire long enough? Yeah. Oh yeah. So we're going to cut this back a little bit. See how big it is? I'm going to cut it back about halfway. So it's very short. Alright, put some flux at the very end. It's already pre-tended. My point is already pre-tended. So there you go, nothing, guys. Alright, there you go, right there. You can see. So now we're going to slip it through that hole there, right next to it. Very careful, don't pull it too hard. Alright? Okay, so now I'm going to flip the board around. I like to work it, the board when it has no heat sinks. Makes it easier. So I'm going to flip the board. I'm going to put it where you can see the hookup. Alright, so we're going to go same way. Installation, same way as the other one. Run it across and down and into letter F. Alright, put a little solder at the very end. Letter F. Good. So you have AF ready to come in from the back of the board. So, like I said, we do hot glue later. I don't want to hot glue anything until I test it, because then I gotta rip everything out. It's just like a pain in the ass. So, for now, I'm gonna leave it the way it is. Flip the board again. Letter F is your PLL. Okay, so now I'm going to do another letter right next to that one. We're going to do another point right next to that, very close to that. It's almost alright. You guys can see very well there, right? It's, I want to point it out. It's right here. There's two little spots. It's the closest one to the center of the board. Alright, if you look at it, it's probably by the writing C7R112. That's your next spot. Now, this point is also, it's easy to do. It's actually, what you got to do is let's clean this tip. Alright, it's already done. See? Very easy. So now you can run it this way. There's two options, but I'm gonna try to run it. You gotta run it this way and down. Let me zoom out. There's two ways you can run it out. This way and down to here, to the edge of the board, which I don't like to do that way because you never know, this might get cut, whatever. So what I do is I'll run it right through that hole. Make sure you leave it enough so you can tack it down with glue. Yeah, it looks pretty good right there. Yep. So now I flip the board around. Now this is letter A. Okay. Make sure you leave enough. So this is letter A, guys. Pretty much cut it right here. This is letter A. So, tuck it underneath like that. Alright. The next one and last. Okay, it's also underneath. So now, this is actually, we bring you up to it. Alright. Always work the motherboard same position, so this way you don't screw it up. What I like to do is, I don't know if this is going to be enough wire. I'll try another one that's a little longer, maybe. Let's try this wire here that I have. Alright. Alright guys, I already pretended this point too, so this would be letter C, or CLK. And the previous one we did was A, RST. So what you do is slip it through the hole. There, and as you can see, Make it get a little. There you go. Getting a little tricky there. Alright, so now you slip it very easy through the hole again. And you pull it slightly slow. Alright? Guys see that, right? Slightly slow. It's right there. Now flip the board around. And voila, here we have it. And the other side. So what you do now is go across and up to letter A. I mean letter C, I'm sorry. So you attach it to letter C. This might have a little too much wire, but let's see how it boots up. If it gives me a problem, then I'll shrink that wire. So that does it all, guys. That's it. Here's your points again. I'm going to demonstrate them in the back. Okay. Point post out. Point B on this chip is FT6U1. Point letter F. This is letter B. Letter F. It's really written next to it. It's TP7R3. Just second dot past that. And then letter A, which is RST point. Then again, it's C7R112. The second square closer to the resistor. And final one in the back is actually I cover the letters, but it's FT2R2. It's not that. It's a little point right there. You can't miss it. Alright guys. My next one will be in the computer, and let's see how it does it. Alright? I hope you guys learn it, and have any questions, just ask.